Evening, everybody. It's 5:25 on Monday, and this is your closing comment. It is video number 1357. Okay, so this morning I told you about Pliant, PLRX, with a phase 2 trial. The stock was $13.15, and it was up 427 or 48%. Well, that continued right through the day, and miraculous as it seems, the last on it is 23, up 14. 160%. This is the one that I told you had a positive phase two information on one of its treatments. And so we just continued all day. The market in general was lower. The Dow finishing down about 164 or about a half a percent. And in point of fact, towards the middle of the afternoon, it actually went back positive to the green before selling back off. It had absolutely no effect on the NASDAQ or the S&P. I mean, they both rallied a little, but NASDAQ finished down 262. That was the big loser, down 2.25%, followed by the Russell down 37.36 or 2.1%. And the S&P down 45 or 1.15%, and the best performing was the Dow Jones Transports, down just 151 or 1.13. So Dow was the best, followed by the transports, followed by very ugly days in the rest of the market. As far as the futures go, the oil was all over the place, actually got down to 100.89 before turning right back up and closing practically on the high of the day, down only 70 cents. It had a slightly, as you can see, it had a slightly lower high and a slightly lower low, but again, every time it gets to this round number or any lower down to the 95 area, we get a strong bounce, and that's exactly what we got today. The dollar was the biggest influence today. I'll show you what it looked like. It was actually up again, actually traded over 108, closed 107.83, and that was up a little over 1 point. But it really affected all of the commodities that are quoted in dollars. Gold down almost 11, silver down just 10 cents, so nothing much there. But copper down 9 cents, platinum down 22, palladium was the outstanding one. It was actually up 15, but that's a very thinly traded. I mean, you see here 1900 in volume versus 37,000 in the silver and 152,000 in the gold. However, the euro traded at par 0.008, so that's about as close to parity as you're going to see, at least today. Bitcoin was down 1,300. The British pound was down 1.3 cents. The yen was down again. All of these things were down, and the way that it looked in the other commodities, again, international markets quoted in dollars, we had the coffee down over $7. That's 3.5% on the day, which is pretty severe. We had cocoa up again. It was up 37 on Friday with the dollar strong. Doesn't seem to affect it, but sugar lower. Lumber was slightly lower. OJ slightly higher. So, pretty much a particularly ugly looking day, although it wasn't really excessive, and therein lies the problem. People are not getting scared enough to flush this market hard, and so we're seeing these middling rallies. The bonds were the flight to safety, up 128, 1.2830 seconds, so almost 2 full points on the day. In any event, that's what we look like here. Nat gas was up 39 cents. But that was really about it. One thing that did move higher was the VIX, up 153 at 26.17. So we're getting a little bit of fear into the market, but really not enough. So have a good evening, and I'll be back for. Oh, almost forgot. Meta, Facebook, downgraded. Stock is 163.08. That's down 780 or 4.6%. As you know, the Chinese stocks were down, and one other that I mentioned this morning, which was Twitter, 34 and a half down 231. It actually continued the rest of the day. 32.87 down 394 or 11%. So pretty ugly day in the NASDAQ, as you can see by the close. Not so much in the others. Have a good evening. I'll be back first thing in the morning.